Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Recipe for Adventure. You're joining me, your host, Freebie Wits, alongside Sai, my good friend, who will now say hello, I assume.
You're assuming a little too much from me,
Oh,
but I will say congratulations, everyone.
what are you congratulating them on?
They get a new episode to watch.
You know what? That's worth celebrating, yes. Congratulations indeed. We even have Hirschfield as usual. He's next to a bubble stack, so he gets to breathe some sweet air down in the water. Alright, so, as you guys can see, Sai has worked very hard on quite a few things since we were gone, and I'm just going to start removing... Oh, I don't want to remove that.
Well, we can do the usual of throwing it onto the GM layer for a little bit.
Yep. And I'm just going to delete just about everything. What the heck? Okay, there we go. It wasn't selecting properly for some reason. Oh! Hang on. That Warforged was not on the token layer.
That would be... Well, I mean,
I'm gonna
he
find that.
looks like he's just part of a decoration.
Okay, I'm gonna find the golem. If you can put the map to the map layer so it's no longer transparent.
There we
So
go.
I think I chose a golem? Or what was that thing originally? That was unfortunate.
A little bit.
Med. My library. Tokens. Was it saved under my stuff? I don't believe it was, and I'm very, very sad now. Duh. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. You remember this
What'd
guy?
you forget about?
Oh wait, no, you weren't there for that campaign. I just realized I have a bunch of really old stuff saved here for some reason, and I don't know why. Huh.
I don't know why either. That is a very cool picture, though.
Thank you. We don't need to use him though. Let's quickly find.
Okay. I was going to say, like, all these are, like, technically proxies anyway, so...
I guess so. Screw it. I'll just use whichever golem comes up on the first page or so. I won't spend too much time looking and such. Whatever golem I can.
Yeah,
I said first
unfortunately,
page. Yeah.
the golems I have are all like flesh golems and stuff.
That's annoying.
They are very disturbing for
Yeah,
various reasons.
Screw it. Okay.
Oh, yep, just a bigger version of the...
Close enough. Alright, so this is the completed map. And those tangle of vines, they don't have transparent backgrounds like I thought they would.
But once again, they're proxies. When we get some time, we can come back, maybe find an actual like good token
Make it
to
actually
use.
look better. Okay, that's fair. Alright, so let's talk more about this thing's behavior. You mentioned that you had things that you could put over the columns to show that they've been damaged and stuff.
Well, I mean, what you can do, I don't happen to have just, just random things I can just toss out at the very like second. But like finding like a little rubble or something to represent.
Oh, I see what you mean. And they'll just
Yeah,
go over it and
yeah,
whatnot on the map layer or even the token layer if we
yeah,
really need to. So, oh, this is perfect.
yeah. Boom. That took like no time at all, right?
No, it's very quick.
Yeah, it's like cool. You have now a rubble.
Boom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it can even. Oh, yeah. We can even say part of it, like if it gets collapsed enough, covers up like the air vents, makes it difficult terrain, harder to get to, and such like that. So
Yeah,
changes the battle a tiny bit. And like most of this looks like it'd be difficult terrain for the golem. Like it can stand here just
potentially.
fine, but then it
Yeah.
tries to go over the table. Oh, actually, there is one mechanic I want to add to it actually to make it even easier to fight, but in a thematic way. And for some reason, I can't open the character sheet. Oh my goodness! Of course, I can't open the character sheet because, dang it! Ah,
I don't know what's happening on your end, but I have the character sheet open.
it doesn't have the usual character sheet stuff because it was all on the old token.
Do you want me to just attach the character sheet to the new token?
Yes, please, if you don't mind. Oh, I'm so sad. So,
Well, double click on him.
yep.
Or shift double click, I think it is.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Or
say.
just double click. Well, either double click or shift double click. One of the two.
Doesn't seem to be working for me. I'm even trying all the other. I'm
Uh,
even trying the Kataro button and all that stuff. I'm just gonna refresh the whole thing. But, so we have the temple, the outside bits.
Maybe this will help.
We have the meeting room / offices.
There we go. You can shift double click on him now.
Oh, okay. I am gonna write down something in the living quarters, kitchen, and then we have the, what do you call the main area in the middle?
I'd put it like the foyer.
We call it the foyer. Okay, so foyer.
I don't know if that's the correct term, but that's what I would use.
Okay, yeah, we'll change it if we need to. Has several damaged stone benches leading up to a raised platform and an altar surrounded by cracked columns. There is a giant. Actually, no. What's the size category of 9? Huge.
Huge.
Okay. There is a huge statue. Note if the players have been to the library and seen the murals or succeed on a history DC. What's a DC check to know what this thing is if they haven't been to?
I feel like this is really old and like from an ancient civilization. The history check should be large. I would be like an 18 or a 19.
18 sounds good to me. 18 to know that this is a salvage titan. Albeit in poor condition. Okay, so rusted parts, yes. I also okay, so alright, I'm wondering if I should make this a separate thing or if I should fold it into rusted parts. I'm going to fold it into rusted parts. So besides the every 20 points it reduces, okay.
Yep.
So difficult terrain reduces the salvage titan's speed down to 5 feet. What do you think of that?
I don't think it's necessary.
No?
It's already slower than the party, most likely anyway.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was going off the assumption that it was 30 feet, but I'm looking, it's like, oh, its speed is 20 feet.
Its speed is 20.
Okay, so difficult terrain will reduce it down to 10. It's
10.
even extremely slower based on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like swimming underwater, if someone is just like actually swimming,
Mm-hmm.
they have no swim speed, they will be swimming at a speed of 15. And so any difficult terrain this guy has, a party member is going to be able to just, swim and dash away.
Okay.
So he's relatively easy to get away from.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
you
players
don't
are
want
level
to be in a
4 at this
situation where you
stage and
have to
have level
try.
2 spells, correct?
Yes. If a character has put at least 3 levels into a primary spellcasting class, Bard, Cleric, Sorcerer, Wizard, Warlock, they will have level 2 spell slots. If they are a half caster, I think they don't get it until 5.
I mean, I'm happy to balance this for like people with level 2 spells either way.
Well, I mean, don't worry about it too much. Like, it's like the half casters are going to be something like a paladin, and a paladin's going to have his own ways to deal with the situation anyway.
So I want to put all the loot on the altar, so I'm just double checking because the library mentions what's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Guardhouse, Belt of Dwarven Kind, Giant Pearl. Yep. Okay. So on the altar. There's a Belt of Dwarven Kind, a Giant Pearl worth 1000 GP, and what's the general loot table for a Salvage Titan or Warforged Titan, generally speaking? And we can bump it down a bit because this thing has been, nerfed.
So, if I just give me a couple of seconds to open up my DMG. So, what do you think? Would we treat this as like a large horde type encounter, or would we say this is more like an individual treasure type situation?
I'd say this is it is a boss encounter.
It's a boss encounter that we've made relatively easy, and this isn't even the main fight of the dungeon. We're already giving out a magical item and something worth a decent amount of money. I think individual treasure is probably the better way to go, but I should have a look to see how much we actually give out for individual treasure in the first place before I just start being like, yep, let's do that.
Because it's been a while since I've actually done balancing for treasure and such like that. I'm not too used to it, to be honest.
Well, usually with treasure, what you do is the DMG will be like, okay, is this a single fight or a treasure hoard? So, for example, this thing is CR between 5 to 10. And so what the DMG recommends you do is, and we can do it here right now, is roll a D100 for an individual treasure and give out a number of coins based upon sort of results. So would you like to roll it for our dear viewers?
Okay, I'll roll it. D100, you say?
Yep.
I got a 14.
Well, a 14 is unfortunately pretty low, but this is still a powerful creature. So a 14, we would be giving out 4d6 times 100 copper pieces and 1d6 times 10 electrum pieces. So that's pretty simple. So it's like 4d6.
14 copy pieces. Yep.
So that is times 100. That's basically 1,000 copper pieces.
1,400 copper pieces. Yep.
Well, that's if you want to use just the average amount.
Oh.
And that's like 30 electrum. So that's like what you do for like an individual treasure, where it's like it's something that might be piled up nearby, but not enough to be like a full-on.
I kind of like the idea that all this copper is on the actual altar, like offerings from the common folk and such like that.
Yeah, where it's like these are obviously like tithes that people paid while praying. So maybe it's in like a little like collection chest.
Oh,
Like the kind where it's got the slit, so you can put the coins in.
Okay, wait, hang on. And the coins are in a damaged collection box whose contents spill out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Here's the cool thing about copper. It doesn't rust.
It can tarnish, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, unlike, I don't know what, is Electrum like a,
Electrum is historically a mixture of silver and gold.
Does silver and gold rust? I'm looking that
Sil-
up on my phone.
no, silver can tarnish. It doesn't rust.
Okay, so like all this stuff is good, but obviously the Salvage Titan is pretty screwed otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make it so if the players approach from the main entrance somehow, like, I don't think is there might be some creative like spell usage and such like that.
Yeah.
That will allow the players to do this. It's good to plan for everything. If the players approach
Yep.
from the main entrance, the Salvage Titan will remain inert until the players try to loot the altar or attack the Titan. And the idea is because they're coming from the main entrance, it thinks they're visitors.
Yeah.
If the players come from the side entrances and approach the altar or attack the Titan, it will become hostile. I'm going to put that idea in. The Titan believes / programmed. Oh, you know what?
Just believes, I think, is fine.
Yeah. Believes they are visitors / pilgrims. Okay, and finally, if the players come from the secret entrance behind it, it will attack the players immediately if they notice them. And that's the big thing. The Salvage Titan has to notice them. I will rotate it so it's facing the frontwards way. Just so they can, in theory, like, sneak attack the damn thing.
Yeah.
I do want to put in a secret thing, actually. A way the players, like, this doesn't have to become a boss fight. Like, they can walk away without taking anything. If the players donate anything to the altar and leave peacefully okay, actually, where's the blessings table in the DMG again? I'm just
it is literally just on the other side of the treasure table.
Oh, okay, so page 134.
Let's see. Through.
Oh, I see what it is. I'm in the treasure section.
Yeah, it's on the far side of it. So blessings 227.
227. Oh, that's what you meant by the other side of it.
Yes, because I was on like the side for individual treasure.
I thought you
so
were
the
like,
other side is
yeah. Okay, blessings.
Maybe rather than an actual blessing, give out like a charm.
Okay, charm,
Just
charm, charm.
a little bit of a smaller one. It's right beside blessings, but it's like a smaller thing that's just like useful.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's have a look. See. All right, all right. Oh, okay. So it's like a one-off thing,
Yeah.
essentially. Okay. If players donate anything to the altar and leave peacefully, roll a 1d20, adding +1 to the roll for every 10 GB worth of treasure left behind. On a result of a 10, players gain a random. Gain the.
I think it shouldn't be random. I think giving them like a charm of vitality for good health
Player.
is like a nice little thing.
Okay. On a result 10, the player gains the charm of vitality. On the result of a 25, because they can in theory get that, the players. I do want to give them something big. Like, because they're walking away from a dwarven, like, belt. Don't forget.
Yeah.
So I do want to give them, like, something big. Let's say Blessing of Health.
Oh, Blessing of Health. Oh, I feel like the Blessing of Weapon Enhancement actually feels kind of more in line for like dwarves.
Blessing of Weapon Hand. Oh, wow. Okay.
One non-magical weapon in your possession becomes a +1 weapon.
Okay. Instead gains the Blessing of Health. In addition to the... Okay, you know what? Yeah, Blessing of Health. Wait, no, Blessing of... What am I doing? Weapon Enhancement.
Yeah, I literally got you like, yeah, let's do this one instead. And it's like, right back to Blessing of Health. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, so on result of a 25, the player gains the Blessing of Health. In addition to the Charm of Vitality.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I think chose to add the Charm of Vitality at the end is, what does the Potion of Vitality even do, actually? I don't know.
When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion levels you have and ends the poison condition on you.
Okay.
For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points from any hit point die you spend. Pretty good.
Okay, it's very similar to
really
Lesser
useful.
Restoration. But like a very targeted version of Restoration, actually, because Restoration doesn't... Greater Restoration removes exhaustion, but it doesn't... This thing doesn't do curses, so it's like...
No.
It's very specific.
But instead, when you like rest to heal, you heal max. So it's really good for like a dungeon, for example.
Alright, okay, hang on. I want the... Now that they see the altar, like, I think we mentioned that players can see what kind of god it is. Did we mention that? Or did
we suggested that it's a church in service to a sun god, or at least one that's good aligned.
That is good aligned. That's right. That's right. I see where we wrote it now.
Yeah, I think it's best if we keep it vague.
Okay, in that case,
like that way it is portable to settings.
All right, in that case, I will give them a religion DC 18 check, and the idea is, you are filled with a calming sensation that belongs to a temple that is supposed to be, for a lack of better word, alive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like if we want,
so just
yeah,
imply that, hey, you looting the places still could be desecrating.
yeah,
I want to change
'cause,
the
yeah,
side entrance thing, so give them a chance to still be peaceful and such like that. So I'm going to change that. If the players approach from the main entrance, main or side entrances, or side
yes,
entrances.
because technically the party can enter from behind.
Yeah. So the only one where it will just immediately go nuts on them is if they go from behind. But like if they go from the main or side entrances, which
Yeah,
looking at this, presumably it's possible that visitors could come in through those areas, even though they're not really
yeah,
100% supposed to. The Titan could treat them as friendly still.
yeah.
So it'll remain inert until the players try to loot the altar or attack the Titan. I do want to give one more check. So, like, what do you think? To figure out if the Titan is not inert, or it could get up and take a swing at people.
I would probably say a perception check,
Okay.
like a pretty high perception check
Perception
would be like, wait a
DC
second,
18. Perception, you mean?
because you describe it as like a statue,
Yeah.
like a good perception check or investigation. Could be good to be like, wait a second, this isn't a statue. This is really old, but this is some sort of
You know what, Kings?
construct.
I'm gonna write down. The Titan is not a statue, and the rust spots implies that it has moved since. And you know what? I'm
Cool.
going to do one more check. Survival. DC 18. There is an unnatural stillness to the place that not even predators would break.
Yeah, it's like, there's no like quippers in here. There's no like hostile fish or anything like that. It's like, where's the plant life? Where's the hostile creatures? Where is it all?
Or you know what I want to do based on that? I want to make the Milky White. This is like one of the places that the Milky White will not appear.
He will not approach he will not enter the foyer.
Yep. Okay, foyer. Note to the DM. The Milky White. Oh, you mean the foyer specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
He might enter one of the side rooms, but never the foyer.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, so note to the DM. The Milky White refuses to enter the foyer. Do we want to change that if the party defeats the Titan, or do we want to just leave it as the Milky White just doesn't?
I think just doesn't.
Mm.
And like you can even describe it as like maybe the shark, because of how like ferocious it is. Even it's kind of swayed by the atmosphere of the place.
The shark seems to be swayed by an unseen force. Okay, we can just keep it ambivalent there.
Yeah.
So, I really like that, like little bit of flavor.
Okay. Yeah, just like every little bit of flavor is, well, for one, it's free. But also, it just kind of gives like the soup, gives the recipe that little bit of extra taste,
Oh, absolutely. So, okay, so it has. I'm just double checking what kind of attacks this thing has. So, it has the axe hand, sweeping axe. There we go.
So, part of me wants to do something really cool when it comes to this Salvage Titan.
Oh, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
So, because we've already changed it a little bit.
Yep.
I want to change the Salvage Claw to longer range.
Oh, because it's a salvage claw.
Yep.
Right. Are you thinking like a big crane arm that it can whip out like as a range
Yeah.
attack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have an idea for that then.
Yep.
So let's say 30 feet or 20 feet.
Yeah. I think 30 feet's good, and I'd be fine to reduce the damage slightly to compensate.
No, I want the damage to remain, but I'm going to
Okay,
add an
that's
extra
fine.
thing. Um, After using this attack, the salvage Titan must activate a mechanism to retract its. Actually, no. No. Okay, hang on. We'll give this two different versions. So we'll make it 10 feet still.
Why don't we make it bonus action? It can pull a creature that's grappled like 10 feet closer to it.
Oh, no, hang on. Hear me out. So we have the normal
Yep.
salvage claw, which is what its
Hmm.
normal attack is when it's retracted. But then we give it a second attack where it is ranged, and then while it's doing the range thing, I'll
Yep.
show you in a second. So
Okay.
salvage
Just adding. Yep.
claw ranged, and it's an
Okay.
attack, and it is considered range, and its reach is 30 feet. And its 2 hit is wait, hang on. +9. Hang on, I can't. It's a bit difficult for me to read all this. 3d 8 plus 6, so it's still the same. And we'll
Yep.
just say bludgeoning still. Bludgeoning. Alright, so description, paste. Okay. The Salvage Titan launches its claw at a target. Wait, launches its claw that's connected by a long steel cable at a target. If the target is creature, must succeed a DC 17 strength saving throw or be grappled. After using the attack, the salvage must titan as a bonus action. Activate a mechanism to retract its claw and potentially and pull any grappled target to itself. Okay. But because it's rusty, I want it to oh, for some reason
Yeah,
it
I can just.
undid its words.
That's probably my fault. Apologies.
Oh,
Okay, you keep doing it. I was doing something on the page as well. I think that screwed it up.
okay. That's alright. After using the attack, the salvage giant must. Okay. Okay, after using the attack, as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
the Titan activates a mechanism to retract the claw and the grappled target. Okay, I'm just trying to remember the language on how like dragon breaths and like certain abilities work because I want to give this thing a
That
chance of failure.
they have a recharge.
Yeah, okay.
So
Um,
recharge like 5 or recharge like 5, 6.
okay. after using this. Okay. So the idea is the salvage talent must roll a 1d4, and on a result of 1, the claw does not retract. Okay, hang on. I'm just trying to word this out properly. Okay, after using this attack, the salvage type must roll 1d4, and on result of 1, the claw does not retract, and the cable becomes jammed. Okay. Disabling the use of the salvage claw until they roll a result of 2 or more on the 1d4 at the start of their next turn. Okay. If the...
I feel like you're making it a bit complicated.
Yeah.
I was just going to suggest we just have a bonus action that has a recharge where it can just pull it.
Okay, yeah.
Pull something that's grappled.
Let's give it a recharge. Activates. Okay. In that case, as a bonus action, the Titan activates a mechanism to retract the claw and the grapple target towards them. How does recharge wording work? I'm just gonna say...
if you go to the bonus action I've got just prepared.
Yeah, reel in.
It's just normally printed something like this. Recharge 5/6.
Oh, okay.
And then I can just type in the Salvage Titan pulls a grappled creature 10 feet, for example.
Okay.
So, we can make it the full 20, we can make it a full 30, whatever.
I think 30 feet would be more terrifying to the players.
Yeah. And, so if we do it this way...
And I can see the players... I can see the players, laying a trap for the thing.
Yeah. So, we don't need the Salvage Titan launches the claw and the bonus action stuff. We just need the grappled stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool flavor, but it's just extra words in a big character sheet where we can just have the bonus action. So the bonus action is really simple. Salvage Titan pulls a grappled creature 30 feet.
Okay, awesome. Alright, so Salvage Titan behavior and stuff like that. Bio and info, I suppose, like that. Okay, so edit the info.
Yeah, we could put some basic info in for it if we want. Most of the time, it's better for a boss bio to be in the the actual adventure.
So do we not want anything for GM notes specifically for its behavior?
Well, depending, right? The GM notes are for just this Roll20 campaign.
Oh, okay. So we want to put bio and info.
Yeah, we can if we want to say PDF all this stuff out later, we can put bio and stuff later.
Okay.
So I think for simplicity's sake, I think for simplicity's sake, we just be the in the foyer section for the Salvage Titan, we just note its kind of goals. For example, attacks intruders, targets, prioritizes targeting thieves.
Okay. Wait, where would you write this down?
In the actual Sunken City of Krakenspell section.
Right. Okay.
In the foyer. Yeah, we've been describing the Titan a bunch. We would just add this here. And then if we actually give the viewers actual character sheet for this thing, then we could add a little bio to it.
Okay, so the Titan when hostile prioritize thieves and anyone desecrating the area. That said, it will be not happy. It will be okay with destroying the pillars to get to the players. Oh, I should probably note down the pillars.
Yep.
Each pillar, due to its damaged nature, only has, because pillars usually have a lot of hit points, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no. A large object like a pillar would probably have like 50 hit points easy.
Yeah, we can just say 15 hit points, and on average, the sweeping axe will damage it. Do they usually have some sort of toughness or like half damage from normal attacks?
Usually how 5th edition does it is that harder objects have higher ACs.
Okay.
So, I believe stone has 21 AC.
Okay.
If I am remembering correctly.
21 AC, so...
sorry, nope, stone is 17.
17
stone has
AC.
an AC of 17.
I guess sweeping axe, because it is a dexterity saving throw, would automatically damage them anyways. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Because it cannot pass the dex save, it would just automatically take it.
Alright, and we'll just say 15 AC. Just to, like, represent the fact that it's, you know, once again, very dilapidated. When destroyed, the pillars will collapse and create either a zone of difficult terrain or new terrain pieces as appropriate. Because obviously if you cut it in half, it'll leave behind different terrain features compared to smashing it.
Yep.
It's appropriate to get players. It will avoid destroying the altar and its contents. So, okay, so I'm going to read this out. Titan, when hostile, would prioritize thieves and anyone desecrating the area. That said, it will be okay with destroying the pillars to get to the players. It will avoid destroying the altar and its contents.
Yep, that's nice and simple. And like we've already described where the Salvage Titan comes from in... I'm fairly sure we described it in the library, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, Mirror of the Salvage Titan, lifting up shipwrecks to salvage, implying that the construct is used for salvage instead of war. Yep.
But then,
so yeah, we can.
But of course, like they started worshipping these things instead.
Yeah.
If I was trying to be pretentious, and honestly, I kind of am trying to be a bit pretentious right now, Kraken's Pearl is essentially, you know, lambasting the dangers of capitalism and how these guys abandoned their proper faith and started worshipping, well, the idol of their money gathering. It'd be like if we started worshipping ATMs, essentially.
If the ATM starts giving me money, maybe I would worship it too. But it doesn't, so it can just sit there.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. No, I understand completely.
It's a bit heavy-handed of a metaphor.
Well, yeah, it's like, at the very least, we know for certain, from how we've described Kraken's Pearl, the denizens got cursed,
the
Salvage Titan is here, this Salvage Titan is here on an altar of, precious artifacts. The library notes this Salvage Titan as something important. And it's like, this is an altar worshipping important things. A massive pearl worth a lot of money. It's like, okay. Then, a belt of dwarvish kind. Cool. And I believe we noted it's the first one in existence. And then the Salvage Titan. And it's like, okay. Interesting choices of things in a temple.
You know what? I'm going to add another thing to that religion check. I'm going to give an easier one. And it's going to be hilarious. At least to me. Religion, DC, and I'm making it a bit smaller. 12, it's based on how the treasures on the altar are arrayed. It's difficult to tell if these are tithes, tribute, or the objects of worship.
That's a good one.
Okay, and instead of a box for the treasure, I'm gonna turn it into like a collection bowl. Box collection, a damaged in a in a collection bowl. Oh, bless you,
Thank
collection
you.
bowl. But
I have
yes,
been blessed by capitalism. I feel
yes.
my wealth growing.
It's kind of sad that that's actually a thing out there. So yeah, based on how the treasure on the altar is arrayed, difficult to tell if the A's are tied. Yes, I do love this bit of like what do you call it? Flavor. Oh, it's so
Yep.
good.
Adding a little bit of flavor to that adventure.
Oh, I just love that little bit of spice. Um, okay,
That little pinch of world building goes a long way.
doesn't it? I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
quickly double check our time. We still got a bit longer to go before we finish, I think.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the temple we want to do? Any extra? Oh, how could I forget the secret tunnels?
At the back.
Yes. Do we want to do anything with them specifically, or like at the very most basic level, right? We say secret tunnels run from the kitchen to the foyer and the storage room. That's the
Yep.
most basic thing that we
Yeah.
can put in there. Do we
And
want to?
and like
Yeah.
just like it is a little redundant, but note that if the players try to enter the foyer through the secret tunnel, the Salvage Titan is immediately hostile.
Mm-mm. Note if the play. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's already noted just above,
But like just
but that's in the
emphasizing.
foyer section.
Yeah.
Yes.
If the players enter the foyer from here, the Salvage Titan will immediately be hostile.
Yeah, it's like it's just above, yes, but it's also in a long section of stuff for the foyer, and so sometimes it's hard to like you'll miss it because it's in the foyer section, not the secret tunnel section.
I do like that. So it's got a pretty bad perception, but I do
Yeah.
like that it's got dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I imagine these things worked in teams with other more perceptive like dwarves and such like that. So the dwarves would like
Well, yeah,
spot the big stuff and like sort of direct it like a construction
yeah,
machine essentially.
yeah. Like imagine them as like the bulldozers, the automated bulldozers and construction equipment of dwarvish society.
Yeah, cranes even. Like this may not mean a lot to people, but for those of you who watch Kamen Rider, I imagine it's claw, salvage claw, working similarly to the crane arm that Kamen Rider Birth has, except less magnets and actually a claw.
But yeah, just like for me, I just remember the good old days of playing with like Tonka trucks as a kid, and just like wheeling the giant goddamn machines around, and
Smashy,
just like digging through.
smashy.
Oh, also digging through the dirt, and just like pulling out, like grabbing rocks and like moving them and all that. But yeah, seeing something like so big just moving around and like changing the very terrain with just like one movement of its hand, I could see how people could start to like praise them.
I just realized something. I don't know. I don't think it was intentional on your part, but there are no windows.
There are no windows.
So I want to change a bit of the details. So at the start of Tentacle, it's so religion DC 18. While it's not 100% confirmed, it's possible due to the way the temple is facing / constructed that it's built in service to a sun god, or at least one that is good aligned. I'm gonna change that to a service of a good aligned god.
Okay. Yeah, because you're right. I did not put any windows on the map. I was like in my headspace of like dwarven architecture, and traditionally I'm like dwarves don't have windows because they're underground.
Okay. I'm just gonna mention, while there are many holes covering the structure, they're only big enough to let in light and let out bubbles and nothing else. Just so players don't. Just so there's a bit of lighting in there. It's not, completely dark. Like, we can probably do something dark later on, but like, I don't want it to be for this optional boss fight.
No. Though, being in the dark and navigating this area, and then the Salvage Titan opens its eyes, and it's just like 2 spotlights, starts searching, would be really cool, but I think that's adding a bit too much to the situation.
Yeah, a bit too much right now. Okay, so they don't even need to fight the Salvage Titan. They can just go in there, get their blessings, and leave. Or like
They don't even have to come here.
They don't even have to come here. That's right.
But if they do, they risk themselves. What level is the
invisibility spell?
Like invisibility, I believe you can technically get access to invisibility at level 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, they could in theory turn invisible, approach the altar, take everything, and just leave.
I mean, theoretically, right?
I'm gonna...
But...
yeah, the Salvage Titan will... You know what?
Do you know what I think it would do, immediately seeing something getting gone? I reckon it's going to immediately swing, like the axe swing, the large area just cleave, and that's going to make things... They'll make things go crazy from the start, right?
I'm going to mention that as well.
Blood in the water.
Yes. If the players steal the items on the altar while invisible or otherwise undetected, the Salvage Titan will go berserk and start using its sweeping axe. What do you call it? Start using its sweeping axe on the last known location, and will also actively start using perception.
Yeah. Because I can imagine a situation where it's like the thief tries to sneak in, they're invisible, they start looting, and then immediately it wakes up, sweeping axe. They dodge, but they're bleeding a little bit. And now the blood in the water is a way for them to be detected.
I'm going to add one more perception-based thing. I mean, not perception, passive ability. Berserk. Berserk mode. During Berserk mode, all abilities recharge automatically. There we go.
Oh, okay, that's a cool. It can just sweeping axe every turn if it wants. It goes haywire. Okay, that's a good way to bring the threat back up if they are.
Refer to the Sunken City document to see when the Salvage Titan would go berserk. Okay, so I think besides them stealing
like, if it sees you, it'll just try to claw you.
yeah.
If it can see nothing and the treasure's disappearing, it just goes haywire and just starts attacking the environment, trying to find. Woohoo!
Yeah, so we'll only give it one way to go berserk. Actually, I'll just copy and paste
Yeah.
this,
Mm-hmm.
and then reword it.
Yeah, because when you said berserk, I'm like, oh, kind of like the golems.
Yeah. Okay, so, oh, hang on, it's not. Oh, I see. Okay.
Ooh.
The Titan will go berserk if it observes the items of the altar disappear without, what's the word? Disappear without notice? No,
A clear indication as to how.
without a clear indication as to how. And then during berserk mode, all abilities recharge automatically. And yep. There we go.
I also realized I want to add something to rusted parts.
Oh, yep, go for it. Go for it.
It's hit by 1. It's hit, and DC of its effects. So, because like sweeping axe will stay at like a 17, even if it's at like, 2 hit points. And I'm like, that's not what we want. We want it to be easier to fight the more you hurt it. As it's like rusting and like breaking apart.
Yeah.
So its sweeping axe is slower and slower, easier to avoid.
It's a siege monster, so on average it's going to do 36 damage to the pillars, which we've already indicated.
Easy enough to destroy them.
How much HP? 20 HP, so 30 something. It's double. So assuming it rolls ones on everything, that's 9 damage, 18. So in theory, it could like
fail.
The columns, fail destroying them, but it'd be like a hair's breadth away from falling over. Like on a second attack, like the second attack is guaranteed to destroy them. So like, I don't know the maths off the top of my head, but like 9 times out of 10, it's destroying a pillar if it wants to, essentially. Oh. So, yes, berserk mode. I do love that thing, and like reel in and. So it does have it does have a conditional. Do we want to reward the players for it to go into berserk mode? No.
I do not think any reward should be done. It is a cruel and unusual punishment for someone using something that they tactically can't get, but it thematically is so good. I think I'm happy with it as it is.
Okay, so that's the optional boss fight. I think we did a fantastic job with the Salvage Titan.
Yeah, and this guy is what we are going to have to make our actual boss comparable to. So this is the measuring stick.
This is the measuring stick. Oh, I love it. I love it.
We're not quite there yet. We still have the guard house. We got all the stuff for it already, but we still need to do it. The guard tower.
The lifeguard tower.
Yes. And then the theater.
Yep. And the walls are kind of like. Do we want to make just before we finish? Do we just want to make the walls subparts of the guard tower?
Yeah, I think treating it as subparts makes sense.
So we can work on them all at the same time. All right, excellent. In that case, everybody, thank you for watching and listening as usual. Please comment, like, and subscribe if possible. I'm your host, Reboots, signing off, saying bye-bye.
Ciao.